Hello to everybody, our dear subscribers. FutureTrend channel is back to you, and today is 1st of March 2019, the first day of spring, and winter is behind us. Probably that will change the overall sentiment into also financial markets, and probably will bring us some kind of trends and some kind of opportunities to earn the money. Let's see that. At the moment, anyway, the situation is a little bit quiet. Probably the Japanese yen crosses perform much better than some other pairs, and today we'd like to concentrate your attention especially on yen crosses, and among them we will discuss the situation with the major currency dollar yen and one of the liquid crosses into foreign exchange world markets, Japanese yen against the single currency, against the euro. As regarding the situation overall, the fundamental one, yesterday advanced gross domestic product of the United States came in above expectations at 2.6% against expectations of 2.3%. That means that the dollar at the moment is performing quite better than some other currencies, and that could explain, by the way, also the situation regarding the Japanese yen, because as you could see, finally the Japanese yen against the United States currency broke above the technical resistance barrier of moving average 200-day line located at 1.1130, which is behind us at the moment. And that means that probably the door is open for further gains for the dollar yen, as well as some other Japanese crosses. As regarding the dollar yen, yes, we should emphasize the fact that probably the flash crash we witnessed at the beginning of this year, when the dollar yen plunged below the level of 105, probably it was a retesting of the support line of previous lows that was registered in March 2018, and after that the Japanese yen U-turned to the upside. And from that point of view, probably that means not a kind of false break, but a kind of formation of the so-called double bottom against the level of 105. That means that further gains is in the cards for the dollar yen at the moment. And it was probably our mistake with short positioning in the dollar yen before. We continue to suggest that probably while below the moving average 200-day line, the dollar yen would sooner or later turn around and go down. Anyway, you see that the situation at the moment is a little bit different, and we should also understand that fundamental economic policy also is in favor of the United States currency. We have at the moment quite weak kind of economic indicators coming from Japan. The monetary policy of the Bank of Japan is quite losing at the moment, quite bearish and quite dovish, and at the same time better performance of United States economic indicators should once again concentrate the market's attention around the further United States monetary policy in 2019, and probably return to the hiking rates. Anyway, at the moment it's a little bit premature to say about such kind of facts. As regarding the euro yen, let's see the situation over here. Also, here the situation is quite bullish for the currency. First of all, there is a kind of uptrend line that was drawn from the lows of flash crash witnessed at 2nd of January this year, and at the moment it came in at the level of 125.80. So at the moment any kind of any kind of returns to below the level 126 should give you an opportunity to enter fresh long positions. And by the way, during today's analysis, we propose to do such kind of strategy. We propose to buy the euro-yen on a dip below 126 with a stop below 125.50. Let's see another kind of interesting example. We broke above the so-called short-term downtrend line. Also, we should understand, of course, there is another, probably stronger bearish trend line that was drawn from the highs of February 2018, that was registered at around 137.50, through the highs of September 2018 around let's say 133. But we're still trading below that level, which came at 130.20, and while below this trend line, probably the euro-yen should remain more or less longer term bearish. Anyway, the kind of immediate kind of short term momentum is quite bullish at the moment for the euro-yen cross, as well as for some other crosses, for example like sterling yen. And the last portion of economic indicators that came from Europe yesterday was not kind of very bad. And that means that probably in case of further improvement of economic indicators coming from Europe, that will mean that the euro also has a potential to perform much better, and probably even to rise against the United States currency. As regarding the situation with Japanese yen, of course, it will be a bullish signal, and that will mean that probably the euro-yen should gain momentum to the upside. And probably the same could explain the situation with the euro-sterling, which is in a position of correction after the lows that was registered below 85.30. Overall, here the situation is a kind of bearish one because of last efforts of the sterling currency to expand its kind of bullishness. Overall, here, while below the level of 86.20, which was a kind of pivotal support barrier for a long time for the euro-sterling, while below that level, probably the euro-sterling should remain weaker, on the weaker side. And what else? What else? As regarding the euro-ruble and dollar-ruble, the situation here still remains the same. Nothing to add to our previous kind of report. As regarding commodity block of currencies, let's see the situation with commodity block of currencies. At the moment they performed not so good. We are speaking now about the Australian and New Zealand dollar. First of all, we should concentrate our attention, overall attention, on today's ISM manufacturing PMI numbers coming from the United States, as well as United States core PCE index, which is quite important, by the way, for the members of the Federal Reserve System, Federal Open Market Committee. And because these kind of indicators should influence the overall monetary policy of the bank, so we should also concentrate our attention around this inflation indicator. But also we should concentrate, if we are trading the Canadian dollar, on today's Canadian gross domestic product data. And by the way, here we expect kind of dismal data and probably further rebound of the dollar Canada to the upside. Let's see the dollar Canada at the moment. There is a kind of immediate kind of resistance line located at 132.30, and probably break above that line could further expand the dollar Canada further to the north. Overall, the situation here remains quite interesting because dollar Canada continues to find a kind of strong beats nearing the level of 130.70 and psychologically important barrier of 130. And don't forget, by the way, that dollar Canada at the moment continues to to erode its kind of moving average 200 daily line and moving moving average 200 daily line, at the moment located at, let's see, at 131.58, and for sure the pair should close below that level to improve its further bearish potential. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all of your attention regarding our channel. We hope that next time, and it will be on Monday, you will be back to us. Thank you, take care, and have a nice weekend.